77-71, a 6-point win. Awesome 3-point shot there at the end. Trace Knight, what could you ask for? A perfect game here tonight between Comets and Bulldogs, Clayton and Princeton. I see a rivalry brewing like we see with Clayton and Triple S, Clayton with South Johnston, Clayton with Garner. It's happening with Clayton and Princeton.
Well, you enjoy these kind of games because they're a close game. And two teams that are evenly matched. We're going to see Princeton in the 1A playoffs very, very soon.
Oh, without a doubt.
The season's still early. The season will probably end around the February mark. But we're going to see Princeton go far into the playoffs. They're a tremendous team. For example, Jaheim Taylor finished with 27 points tonight. He hit that three-pointer at the end as the time was going off the clock. But I'm telling you, what a tremendous player. A fast-paced player, a smart individual, but a player that not only shoots the ball extremely well, but is not afraid to go inside. I mean, if you had to choose an MVP, obviously, not only because of the points, but for Princeton, I am extremely impressed with Jaheim Taylor, number 12, the starting point guard for Princeton. On the other side of the court, leading the way for the Clayton Comets, led by Danny Medlin, who they go to 7-2 on the season, and the only loss were against the 4A opponent in Garner. So you're doing something special when that's the only loss of the season, or two losses. But he finishes the night with...
And the women are following it.
Exactly. B.J. Freeman does finish with 21, but the MVP to me for the Clayton Comets tonight, Wesley, with a player that comes into the second half with 0 points. But there's usually the player that don't have the stat sheets, usually the hardest one,
right?
The hardest working player. Well, that situation not only continued in the second half, but the points started to pile up for Mason Rush, number 1. Finished the night with 12 points, all in the second half. He was the difference. Yes, you had some outstanding plays from B.J. Freeman, who slammed it down, about tore the roof off of this place.
For sure.
A D1 prospect looking to go to potentially, tell him to go to South Carolina, but I'm just saying. But it's,
right.
The MVP, yes, you had those players. We'll walk through the final stat line, but my MVP for Clayton tonight is Mr. Mason, number 1. Because
Mason Rush.
I feel like he made a difference in this ball game, defensively wise, shooting the ball in the second half. I mean, going up, the shortest man on the court was going up higher than anybody on the court. I absolutely love that. Real quick, we'll walk through for the winning team tonight in the Clayton Comets, who go to, on the season overall, 7-2. When we come back from the holidays and our Christmas holiday, we'll be going to conference play.
And let's be honest, Trey, both the varsity women and men Comets will be in some type of Christmas holiday tournament play.
Yeah.
For Denny Medlin and the varsity Comets. They will look for a championship in the Wilson Preparatory Academy Christmas Tournament. That'll begin the day after Christmas, the 26th, 27th, and 28th. That's the Wilson Preparatory Academy Christmas Tournament. For the Clayton Comet varsity women, Marlon Lee and his squad, Trace Knight, will make their way once again for another year, as they always do, at Cleveland. At the Cleveland High School. We covered some of those games last year against the Cleveland Rams. Unfortunately, we are taking a break, as Trey is. I am as well, not meaning to. I might be able to pop in and maybe do a game or two. Maybe we can grab Daniel Moore, Brandon White to come in and fill in. But I know you got things going on for the holidays, Trey. But as well as I do, too, with Daytona, ARCA testing, with the Cochran World Street Stock New Year's Bash I'm doing, plus the New Year's Bash for MAV TV. So not able, like last year, where we were able to cover those tournaments. But bon voyage, and go get them for the boys and girls in the Comets.
That's exactly right. Before we kind of say goodbye this evening, walk through the final stat line for the players. 16 total fouls for Clayton tonight for the Comets. Mason Rouse once again number 1 with 12 points. Javante Long finished tonight with 15 points. Justin Bell with 5. Amari Bryant, I'll talk to you in just a second, Coach. 6 points for Amari Bryant. Elijah Sanders finished with 17 points. B.J. Freeman with 21 points. On the other end for the losing team in the Princeton Bulldogs, Tyrese Whitley with 10 points. Zion McFadder with 4. We had Nyshawn Waller with 13 points. Jaheim Taylor, like we mentioned just a second, 27 points on the night. Aiden Taylor with 2 points. Hunter Bailey with 5.
Wait your turn, Coach Lee.
Ethan Potts with 2. Look, and total foul for 18. We're going to welcome Marlon Lee, the winning coach for the Comets on the women's side of the court. Coach, how you doing, man? You doing all right?
Feels good. Feels good, to get a win.
A hat trick, by the way, for all of y'all.
Right, you're right.
Sweet.
Definitely, against a, conference rival team that, I know since I've been at Clayton High School in 19 years, we hadn't really had a chance to play against Princeton. Yeah. But, it's always good, to do battle with a county rival. So, good to come here. Tonight, our girls, display how we normally play, defensively, offensively, and we was able to come out with a good win to conclude our pre-Christmas break. So,
look, when I saw the difference between last year, again, this is my first time being able to see you guys for Clayton this year. The difference, what I see from last year to this year, you're moving the ball much more efficiently, and you guys can shoot the ball extremely well. We saw the difference there against Princeton tonight.
Most definitely. Last year we definitely kept the ball in Asia Ty's hand. A whole lot last year. That's why she's the D1 player that she is, starting at Liberty. But
who's doing great, by the way.
Definitely
really
she
yes,
is.
I saw some of that.
Definitely, this year, we definitely got some younger weapons, and we got some veteran weapons. So, now we are able to move the ball and, get it moving and get good shots and attacking the basket. So that's how we're going to play.
One of the things you told me at the beginning of the year was you had to get some of these players to come off of injured reserve from where they were healing. Is your bench back to, if you want to say percentage-wise, at 100% or 90%? And you talk about that, plus just the way your team is looking going into the Christmas tournament break.
We're still definitely not 100%. We got Peyton Sharp. She's been out about the last week with a knee injury. But it was good to get Unique Best back. Brought a young girl up tonight who she's been out since the first day of tryouts, pretty much. Ansley Stewart, she's a freshman. Really was going to be a JV player, but, she got cleared to play. So I just told her, to come get some experience this week in practice. So she's practiced with us. She got out here tonight, scored a bucket, and next week she'll be with us in the Christmas tournament. So,
and that'll be at Cleveland, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it will be Cleveland.
There you go. Perfect.
Gotcha. And then the men will be in Wilson. So
they're going to Bunn. They're going to Bunn.
Oh, they're going to Bunn this year.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
it
Yes,
just
sir.
says Wilson Preparatory Academy Tournament.
Yes, sir.
But final question for me, and Trey can take it with you as well. Going into this break, you have one more game going up against Wake Forest on the road, and then you prepare for conference play. And to the home stretch until February, till Valentine's Day, you're going to love to go to the playoffs or to the tournament, but it's conference play from here on out. How do you set your team up to know, all right, guys, all right, gals, this is non-conference. It's important. You want to win, but now we got to really win these games at the home stretch.
Well, that was definitely one of the key points that we made tonight, post-game with the young ladies, just to let them know, tonight was, all about, playing a month from now, 3 weeks from now, and getting ready for some of them conference battles. So it was definitely key that, we execute. It was definitely key that, we got a lot of people in the game to get some game experience because what we do now and what we do in a few weeks is definitely going to dictate how we finish up in the conference, and how we finish up in the conference can dictate how you play in the playoffs.
Coach, I'm going to let you go after this, I promise. I know you can get with your team. Talk to me about Howard, number 5. Finished the night with 18 points this evening. A freshman, at least. She's fantastic.
That's Shaq Howard's sister.
Is it really?
Well, actually, from our official books, she had 22 in the first half.
Wow.
Really?
She finished up with 25. She actually had 25.
Well,
she had 22 in the first half.
Good job. There you go.
And the style of play that we like to play, getting out, pressing, and attacking or whatever, that definitely, it fits her game. So she's long, she's athletic, she can finish. And, I was kind of puzzled myself to find out that she had 22 at the half.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't know she had 22 all night, so that's my fault, Coach.
And then kind of messing with it at the end of the game. I'm like, you only ended up with 25. So, what'd you do, get scared the second half? But she's that unselfish player that's going to do other things, make the extra pass. She had 7 rebounds and also had 5 steals tonight. So, as a freshman, I told her, you're a ball player. That freshman, sophomore, that don't mean nothing. Come out here and be a ball player.
Well, Coach Lee, it's always a pleasure to cover your games in Medland's varsity men games. We've missed you. This is his first game this year. I've been on the road announcing motorsports. You know that.
Glad to have you guys back. Happy holidays.
Merry
It's good
Christmas.
to see my former Clayton High School students back. And we definitely appreciate everything you do. And happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And go get them in the tournament. Go get them in the tournament. Coach Marlon Lee there. 46-26 win for the Varsity Lady Comets. And again, Trace Knight, 77-71 the win for Denny Medlin and the Varsity Men Comets. Let's wrap it up in 90 seconds and get out of here.
I was looking for Coach Medlin. He looks like he's already late. He didn't want to get on the radio tonight.
Where's he at? I
couldn't find him. But next time, Coach, I promise you. But no, a tremendous matchup, and I apologize to Howard for taking off a few points off her stat sheet here. Apparently, I can't count in my math here. But a fantastic game by both programs here this evening. A 77-71 overall win for Clayton.
Have him come up real quick.
There you go.
Have him come up real quick.
A 77-71 overall win by Clayton.
We're going to hold off before we go off the air with Medlin. We're trying to get him here, so.
Pressure goes a long way.
He's going to be happy because he won.
Exactly right. Well, the good thing, again, the difference what I see out of Clayton this year compared to last year, the games we called last year, was both teams are moving the ball much better. How you doing, Coach?
There's Bennett. Coach Bennett, we'll let him holler at us real quickly. He always loves talking. Principal Bennett Jones, Coach, Doctor, whatever. Yeah, he's got so many titles now.
Good evening, Trey. Good evening, Wes. How you doing?
Coach, it's always good hearing from you. A sweep before Christmas. It's got to be great.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere for our kids. Our non-conference schedule has been pretty challenging for some good matchups for our teams getting into conference play. So it was good to come there. It's nice to play somebody different, play somebody who hadn't played in a few years.
A few years. It was one of those things back in art, my heyday, Coach.
Yeah, back in the heyday.
We've never played Princeton.
No.
When I was in school, we never played Princeton. I don't believe.
And this is, it's a beautiful facility and great hospitality down here and a great basketball team right there. Especially that boys' game was very competitive. I was telling Coach, I think they're just as talented, really, as any team we've played this year. And I know it was a great test for them going into their conference, and they're going to try to look for make a long run to 1A. And I know we're trying to make a run in our conference into 3A. So it's a good atmosphere, good way to head into the holidays.
And Coach Bennett Jones, the principal for Clayton. We call him Coach. I'll always call him Coach. I remember him as Coach.
But
he is principal.
Great title.
He's Doctor. And by the way, we're so glad you're back here at Clayton and taking the helm. But my question to you is this. A totally different basketball squad for the men and the women from last year. They only got 2 losses, and that was to Garner. They're non-conference. What is your thoughts as being the principal leading these teams in here for the postseason and the conference play after Christmas?
Well, I think it's a testament to our veteran coaches. Coach Lee and Coach Medlin have been staples at Clayton High School for many years, and they're used to that ebb and flow that comes where you have a group and you graduate that senior group out, and then it's kind of that rebuild. And both of them are great at tapping into the talent. And the boys' team is a little different because you had a 2,000-point scorer that moves in from Kentucky, and how does he mesh? And BJ moves in, and how does he mesh? And I think he's done a great job of meshing the new people with the people that were returning on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Coach Lee's really just he retools, revamps, and plays high-pressure defense and forces turnovers and points.
I was excited to see Mason tonight. Again, no points in the first half. Usually what happens, the MVP of the team usually is not the one that has a lot of stats on the books. Yeah. I was extremely impressed with number 1 tonight.
Mason Rush is a great kid. He's a great basketball player. He's an even better kid, and he's a leader on the court. He's a leader in the school. He's a leader in the classroom. He does a tremendous job. He comes from a great family, a very supportive family, and I know he's done a tremendous job of blending in at Clayton High, and he's helped our soccer program, had a tremendous season of soccer, and moved right into basketball. Has been a leader, and we're proud of Mason and all of our players at the way they represent the school.
And I'll say this in closing, for the longest time, and I know in so many sports, it's always about football. It's always about football. Yeah. I love the fact that their Clayton community is really taking a liking to the basketball program and really getting knowledgeable and getting noticed. I think that's really, really cool.
Our slogan is Comets All In. That means we're all in for everybody. We're very proud of all of our sports programs, all of our programs in the school in general, between band and ROCT and chorus. But just especially
soccer did good.
Yeah, especially from an athletic standpoint. We've had a tremendous fall season. Soccer had a tremendous run in the playoffs. Volleyball made the deepest run they've made and ever in school history. We're proud of things going on, and it's really a culture of success. We've won the Wells Fargo Cup for conference championships 3 years in a row. We're looking to win that 4th, and it's because we really focus on putting out quality players and quality coaches in every program and supporting every program.
Awesome.
3 is good. 4 is always better, Coach.
That's
right.
right. 4 is always
Hey,
better.
hey,
We thank you.
Merry
We
Christmas,
thank you for
man.
what you guys do.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the support CRN does, and wish everyone in Comet Country a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you at the Christmas tournament or down the road.
Yes,
All
sir.
right?
Absolutely.
You'll be passing over to
Yeah,
Coach
we're going to
Medlin.
get Coach Medlin
All right,
after he's done
we'll-
having the